Is having a Shirobako-like show a bad thing? No. I don't think it is. The Sakura was there today, and the comparison it gets, more rightfully so, is that it's like Shirobako, but with rural communities. But is that a bad thing that it's like Shirobako? I watched 4 top 20 lists of 2015, and it was all number one. It was an insightful look at how adults work and how anime works. If you're just sick of the kids being high schoolers and want some adults, college graduate slash college student, whether you consider that adult or not is entirely subjective, but it's different. It's not about your high school identity. It's you're an adult going on with your life. And even then, Shirobako was just a good anime overall. The characters are good, and even if you hated people, they were still good characters. They were like people you will meet in a workplace, or quirky enough to be what most people think of as like an anime director. And I don't see the problem with I'm perfectly okay with comparing the two. But it's like, what do you take it as a good thing or a bad thing? I think it's a good thing. I think you can have more Shirobako-like things. That's a weird term to say, but I guess it works in the terms of that it's like an adult show. Kids can watch it, but it's for like the adults to be like, this is how life works. Or for kids who are like, this is how your future might turn out. You might be just clinging on to that one little job you got because you can't find any others. And I think that's perfectly fine. If you can make a good anime about adults, go for it. And there have been Cowboy Bebop. Let's see. Samurai Champloo is adulty. Shirobako, Ghost in the Shell. The list goes on. You get my point. It's a perfect. Those are all like classic anime. They're like good things. You can have great anime about teenagers too. But sometimes teenagers are a little bit too much. So you want a little bit of adults. And even as a show, Sakura Quest will probably be pretty good. Because its PA work is behind it. It's not the same director as Shirobako, but it still has the same feel and vibe, character designs, and just goodness. Granted, we're only one episode in, and this is just like a thing I wanted to say because I'm thinking about it, and it was cool. But it's like a thing to think about. Is like comparing it to Shirobako, is it like a good thing? Or is it a thing that's a negative? Granted, I guess it could be negative if you didn't like Shirobako. But I've yet to see someone who doesn't like Shirobako. Or at least acknowledge its importance in like a whole spectrum of things. What do you think? Think about it and then tell me. Because I'm curious about how you think.